Cambodia says it has insulated its electricity sector from the Strait of Hormuz shock thanks to renewable energy that covers nearly 2/3 of its power generation. The country's energy minister tells CNA that oil and gas prices remain a pain point and that a connected ASEAN power grid is a long-term solution. Roland Lim caught up with Keo Rottanak. He's a Cambodian Minister for Mines and Energy and started out asking him what Phnom Penh will do if oil and gas prices stay elevated.
We are very exposed to this external shock, and that has raised prices for diesel, petrol, and even LPG prices. And that has adverse impact for economy and household. So we are working on multiple prongs to cushion that shock. But the good thing is that in Cambodia, we have more than 64% of our electricity generated from renewable energy sources. Hydro and solar power bear the bulk of it. And that has enabled Cambodia to keep the electricity rate pre-Hormuz crisis level. But then we have the issue of oil and gas prices, which have been going up. And that is a challenge.
What are your immediate plans to protect your consumers as well as your industries?
To make sure that electricity is standing firm and strong, which is the right thing to do, and we have been doing that. So electricity prices are kept at pre-Hormuz crisis level. On oil and gas, we have reduced import tariff and duty so that the prices of this oil and gas is not 100% transmitted to the economy and the households. We also brought down zero duty for importation of electrical appliances like a gas stove before. Now, a lot of people are switching to electrical cook stove, for example. And this is some of the things that we've been able to do.
Cambodia's installed power capacity is currently 64% renewables. You set a target of 70% renewables by 2030. Is this target, do you think, still ambitious, or should the real actual benchmark be share of electricity generated by renewables?
It is all of the above, basically. The regional target for ASEAN is 45% by 2030. But we have already passed that. We are almost 64% at this stage in terms of installed capacity. And our target to have at least 70% by 2030. So the idea is that a stronger renewable energy source would allow our economy to further decarbonize, so setting for our longer-term sustainable growth trajectory. But at the same time, we hope to bring the cost down so that household industry can benefit from it as well. But that is not going to be the end of the story. Our vision, our dream is to also be part of a more interconnected ASEAN. And that's why Cambodia has been working hard with Singapore. Mrs. Tan Sri Lanka is a focal point here, who's been working hard with us, with the rest of the like-minded partner in ASEAN, to make sure that we could realize the ASEAN power grid, which has been around as a concept for almost 29 years. Imagine if the 11-member ASEAN were to be connected in one grid. It would allow us to transmit good, clean electron from one country to another so that we can see clean energy and we deploy it where it is much needed, rather than trying to ship fuel, diesel, petrol, LPG around.
So Cambodia has been increasing its power imports from Laos, from Vietnam, including clean power. Is cross-border power trade now central to Cambodia's energy security strategy?
It is, because one of the pillars of energy policy is resilience. And we see that a resilient domestic grid is enhanced when we have interconnection. At this stage, we are connected with Laos with a lot of green energy, with direct agreement with Laos. We have agreement to import about 250 megawatt at peak from Vietnam, not much more.
So you're confident that Cambodia can make highly renewable system more affordable, more reliable?
Absolutely. And we have been proving that. Not long ago, Cambodian system was dependent almost 100% from diesel and heavy fuel oil. 100% imported, as you know. We don't have oil refinery, we don't have upstream business, so we imported 100%. But now we have been able to move from almost 100% dependency on diesel and heavy fuel oil electricity generation to almost 64% renewable. And that's the reason why we are standing strong against this Hormuz shock in terms of electricity generation and consumption.